Previously on
The Blue Collar Boardroom.
We've heard our whole lives, money's the root of all evil. Why do you think we've heard that?
Well, because people misinterpret scripture to make it mean something they want it to mean instead of allowing it to mean what it means. And it never has said that money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil, which means that evil people will do all manner of evil in order to get money. That's what it means. Okay, so money is a spiritual result. And what I was teaching on was the 4 levels of value. And those of you who own roofing companies, you know that the money that's generated in your roofing business is not generated by replacing a roof, the physical labor of replacing a roof. That's just the deliverable. The money is made by making the sale, right? And the better you are at making the sale and uncovering the value for the people that you're selling this job to, then the more you're going to get paid and the higher your profits are going to be.
What's up, YouTube? Inside this episode, I'm gonna break a false belief that holds so many blue collars back. It's that money is the root of all evil. And in fact, money is a spiritual concept. I call this Myron Golden's golden rule. This rule helped me earn $1 million in a day. And it was one meditation or prayer that Myron taught me that I'm gonna teach you at the end of this video that really is a way that I have transformed my life. I hope it really helps you. Look, I share this completely for free, only because I wanna see you prosper. I know that inflation's out of control, gas prices out of control, and people are desperate to earn more. And I will tell you, all you have to do is spread love, help people, and you will have whatever you want in life. And first and foremost, I just want to help you break this false belief that money is the root of all evil. So let's start with number 1. The market returns the value you give it. And so I always say that blue collars fix big problems for big paychecks, and it doesn't matter who you are. I was listening to a podcast with Ed Milet and Mike Rowe, and this guy, he was actually somebody who was a counselor, and he listened to problems. And my mom's a counselor. I know how hard it can be to go through people's deepest issues, their deaths in their family, their problems in their marriages, people being sexually assaulted. And here you are as a counselor swallowing their sin. And sometimes people, they don't want to take action to fix it. It can be very frustrating. And this man, he said he got tired of hearing everybody else's shit. And guess what he did? He started a business shoveling out shit. That's right. He became a septic tank cleaner. And with his own hands, of course, with the right equipment to keep himself clean in the pile of shit, he would go in there and clean it out for a big sum of money. He actually scaled his business, hired employees, and became a blue-collar millionaire. And it's like the market returns the value you give it. And for him, it was about, fixing a problem no one else wanted to fix. And it paid really well. And he said he got tired of listening to everyone's shit, which a counselor, you can be more of a commodity out there. There's a lot of people out there, but, being an entrepreneur, it's like, how can I stand out? What's something no one else wants to do? And that's why it's like the market returns the value you give it. Number 2, one of these things about faith is like, if you don't pay attention to a higher power, like I don't care what religion you're in, I'm going to try and keep this about spirituality and higher power. If you don't pay attention to your higher power, it's pretty hard to be grateful. It's pretty hard to be grateful if you think you're the center of the universe, if everything happens through you and to you. And obviously, that is absolutely your perception and most of the time, but I know I'm a part of something bigger. And with money, it's kind of the same, because if you don't pay attention to it, it won't pay any attention to you. And so it's like with God or faith or your higher power, if you don't pay attention to it, it's kind of hard to feel that bliss, that gratitude, that feeling. And whenever I've struggled financially, it's because I don't have goals, and a lot of times people don't even have a target to shoot at. And here you are, you're wondering why you're living paycheck to paycheck. But do you have a financial goal? Do you know what you're going to do to get there? And do you break it down into the smallest steps? For instance, if you're going to come into the roofing business, all you have to do is sell 1 roof a day. That 1 roof a day is literally going to help you earn more than a doctor or lawyer. And of course, we do solar, and about 20%, 30% of your clients are going to upgrade to a bigger, more expensive product. And so, the idea is to not track the end result, but to go out there and try and help people and pay attention to your money. Like, how often do you look at your profit and loss, your numbers, your statistics, your work orders? And as a family, a lot of times we have to look at, me and my wife, our investments, savings, passive income, or our money's not going to pay attention to us. And I will tell you, faith can be the same way. Money is actually a spiritual concept, because a lot of times it's like the level of education in your life will be the level of income, the level of education in your business will be your level of income. And it's almost like in when it comes to like understanding truth, and it doesn't matter if you're reading the Bible or if you're reading a Hindu text. The principles are typically the same for most religions, that we live in love, that we help our fellow man, that we don't commit crimes. And when it comes down to it, we educate ourselves on these concepts. And a lot of these concepts are challenging, like faith without works is dead. What does that mean? You know, it's almost like when I say a prayer, if I don't believe I'm going to get it and I don't do the work behind it, then the prayer never comes to fruition. And with money, you can never have like this idea and immediately say, there's no way I can get it, and look at all the different problems. You're just canceling out that idea. One of the things that Myron has taught me is really confidence. And it was at my live event, helping contractors. We helped, at that time, I know of at least 6 different guys that joined my program that became blue-collar millionaires that day. I sold $1 million in a day, but before I made that offer, I said, God, grant me the wisdom to help the people that I've been put on this earth to help, and help me serve them the way you want me to serve them. Now, that is Myron's interpretation of King Solomon's prayer, and it helped me because behind the stage, whenever I was nervous, figuring out, am I going to be able to deliver? That gave me the confidence I needed. And you know, how did I get the education? I went to Myron's course. I suggest his high ticket how to sell from stage course to anybody out there if you're watching this content. Of course, I would tell you, got a great return on investment because I helped a lot of people become blue collar millionaires, made $1 million in a day, done that multiple times since then. But I had faith when I invested into Myron that he could help me. I did the work by showing up to his course. I invested into the live event. I said the prayers and lived the principle. And let me tell you something. Myron said I couldn't cuss. He did not want me to cuss on stage. He believes that would tarnish what we did. And I went through the entire event, a guy with a foul mouth, and said no curse words, not one. And so that's why I would say my faith was actually having some works. I believed in Myron, and that resulted in $1 million in one day. Next, I want you to think about not making money first. I want you to think about helping people first. And when you're out there prospecting for deals and you think about the problems that you solve, you know, the problems we solve, look, insurance companies rip people off. They don't pay, they take people's money, they make huge returns in the stock market. And I was just looking at State Farm, their CEO got a $20 million bonus. And that was a standard bonus. As a matter of fact, they are worth $118 billion. And here they are like a good neighbor in your pocket. They're like a good neighbor taking your money. And so what I want you to know is what we do is when the insurance companies deny people's claims, a lot of times they don't know. We help them with storm damage. We help them solve a big problem for big paychecks. But sometimes people look at us like storm chasers, like vultures. But really, we're not. We're helping people. We're beating some of the toughest negotiators in the world. We're adding value to people's homes. And when you look at how you help people, it gives you this optimistic energy out there. And if you think about helping people first, it's not selling. You have this enthusiastic, attractive pull, this almost energy and vibration that attracts someone to want to do business with you. And that's sort of this money as a spiritual concept, because the guy that I know that's best at this, you've watched him on the YouTube, maybe you could see the video, we'll put it right down below. Omar Al-Ghali. Is he the greatest roofing salesman in the world? He sells 400 roofs in a year. And of course, he comes from Sierra Leone, Africa, speaks with an accent. And in Houston, Texas, in a conservative market, dominates at door to door because of how he vibrates. And the man is a blue collar millionaire because money is a spiritual concept. And one of the principles he believes it whole heart. And this is about faith without works is dead. He believes that if he pays into his church, now, everybody's got their own beliefs about that, and I'm not trying to say this is right or wrong. I'm just telling you this is what he believes. He believes that if he pays into his church, that he's doing his duty, and that God will continue to bless him. And one thing I know is that if Omar believes that to be true and he doesn't do it, that would be contradictory to his beliefs. And that would be faith without works. And so what Omar does is he pays 10% of his income back to his church because he believes it's going to multiply. And of course it does. And that's why money is a spiritual concept. Again, one of the most godly men I know, it's that he loves helping people at the door. He vibrates, his energy vibrates, and that's why people want to do business with him. And that brings me to the next principle. All y'all want to make a lot of money. You want to become blue-collar millionaires, and I get so excited. I almost get goosebumps fired up making this video, talking to you. And I want you to like and subscribe. Pop any comments you have about building a blue-collar business, anything in service in America's homes, commercial businesses. But it's a gold rush, and I can help you grow it. More importantly, I want you to think about one thing, that there is no high outcome going to come from a low energy source. And I just think of someone without faith. I just think of someone without purpose, without a mission, as someone that has a low energy source that is not in line with their higher powers calling for creation in this world and for service in this world. And it just reminds me that those are the people that are out there average. And I don't think it's their fault. It's not their fault that they shove sugars and cigarettes and alcohol and debt, and they don't teach you how to get free of the rat race. It's not your fault. But the truth is, it's sad to see the people taken out by these forces of resistance. And I just want you to know that these low energy people have no prayer. They have no prayer. If you want to be rich, you need to have high energy. You need to have high enthusiasm. You need to have high belief. And then you will see the high income and the high results come behind it. I started training in the gym. I was skinny fat. Pandemic came around and I wanted my body to be the mask. Now I have contracted COVID, but it was light. And the reality is I'm only 36 years old. So this comes with a real sincere thoughts and prayers for anyone who lost anyone. I know this is very, very something that touched America, but America lives in obesity and has so much bad habits with restaurants. One of the things is I pay $10 a meal to have prepackaged high quality food. Now, a lot of people can't pay for that. Okay, but the truth is that I know that eating right, working out is going to give me more energy. And the truth is I went to the doctor. The doctor gives me supplements so that I vibrate at the highest level. And, you know, I'm about high performance. I don't know about you. And so I just want you to know, if you want big output, you have to have a big energy source. If you want access to power, a man or a woman should sweat every day. Every single day, you should do something that challenges you, where you're out there breaking a sweat. More importantly, spending time in meditation and connection to the source, to the higher power, being of service, putting it out there that you appreciate and help, whether it's your wife, your significant other, people in around you. Whenever I make declaration and recognize others as real contributors in my life, kind of like in this video, Myron Golden's golden rule, it always rewards me with more energy. I almost get warmed up as I make this video. And look, it just really kind of says, like, success creates new problems. And so does faith. Faith, once you get deeper into it, you start saying things like, you know what, that guy passed away because it was God's plan. We don't have the answer for that, but I know that he's at a better place. And it's like, the more you know, the more you don't know. And that's sort of what I learned with business, with money. It's like, if I keep an open mind, a beginner's mind, and I try and learn from every situation, and the more I learn about business, the more I learn that I don't know everything about business. And it's like, the more I can let others kind of educate and find their own path, the more money and freedom I have. And it's funny because, you know, it's like, what you say about money, it's a gift or a curse. And our words are a gift or a curse. You're a magician, you don't realize it. And so whether you're manifesting things, like you're saying things like, oh, it's so hard to get out of the hole. It's so hard to make money. What you're doing is you're breaking these good positive beliefs, because feelings of anxiety, fear, they're canceling out the feelings of that championship moment of living in happiness. And if you can create this joyful moment of championship feelings and attach them to your vision, you go get more money. That's all there is to it. Money is a spiritual concept, whether you like it or not. And the golden rule is, you know, treat people how you want to be treated. And so in reality, in a world we live in with 5-star customer service reviews of, you can't hide from reputation, that if you do something bad, it travels faster than if you do something good. You have to treat everybody like they're your family. You have to live transparently. You have to live in a better way. And some can say technology is bad. But I will say this is a wonderful thing of technology. Less men are out there cheating on their wives because they know that they may get busted and get chased down. There's less people out there that are living these false lives because this world we live in is transparent. And people out there, I would say contractors, the best business people, the people that are making it, you can know if they've been doing it a long time and they have a track record of good reviews that you can trust them. And so the golden rule pays. And if you do right by people, it will pay you. And integrity is more important than profit. And if you help people, they will help you back. And that's one of the reasons why Myron Golden helped me make $1 million in a day. I came to him as a leader. I played golf with him. I said, I'm hiring you as my coach, and I need a spiritual leader as well. I need a man of strong faith in my life. And he helped me level up, but at the same time, I just want to help you level up as well. So look, subscribe to this video if you want more on how to become a blue-collar entrepreneur, the modern day gold rush. I help people build 8-figure roofing companies, solar companies, general contracting companies where they don't do the jobs. They sell the jobs. They fix big problems for big paychecks, and they scale from 5, 10, 20, 50, $100 million. Do you want to be a $100 million CEO? You can get there in 5 times less the time and effort if you follow the system. Look, subscribe to this content. Can't wait to help you out. Appreciate everybody. See you next time.